So the pneumatic bones that we talked, I hope you understood about the pneumatic bone, that in case of pneumatic bone, the yellow bone marrow cavity will not be there. Okay, as well as the matrix part of the bone will be completely ossified. That means it will have several pores present, due to which the weight of the bone will get very much reduced, and that is an avian adaptation. It will help the birds to fly properly. Okay, other than that, the remaining portion that you should know is that their body is covered by feathers, is not it? There are 7 types of feather, but now I am not going to talk about the 7 types. You will get these 7 types in your higher studies. Now we will talk basically of the 2 main types of the feathers. One is called quill, another is called contour. Quill is something which is present at the forelimb, that is in their wings region, as well as in their at the base of the tail. Quills are the long feathers, is not it, which will help in taking flight, okay, which will help in making the most of the air displacement, so the body will get thrust to move. So quills are the long feathers which are present at the base of the tail and in their forelimbs, which are modified into wings. Contours are the small feathers which gives the shape and size to their body, or which will be present in the other parts of their body, that is called as contours. Okay, other than that, their voice box. So in case of us, our voice box is present the moment from where the trachea starts, right underneath the glottis. I hope you know what is glottis. Glottis checks the opening and closing of the trachea. So right underneath the glottis, we have our voice box somewhere here. Here the glottis is there. This is glottis, and here our voice box is there. In case of birds, their voice box is present little bit niche, which is called as syrinx. Okay, and it will be present here at the base of the trachea. Hence, whenever the bird brings out some kind of sound, they need to stretch their neck like this, so that the sound comes from a very deeper region of their windpipe. Okay, so all the birds make sound with the help of syrinx situated at the base of the trachea, except whom? Except the flightless bird. So flightless bird are those birds which do not have syrinx. So all the birds have syrinx, exception flightless bird. Flightless bird में भी एक exception है, that is South American ostrich. South American ostrich is a flightless bird जिसमें syrinx है, बाकी flightless bird में नहीं है. ठीक है? So here I am talking about 4 things. This is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3, and this point will be number 4. So what is 1, 2 we have discussed. What is number 3? So in number 3, what we will see, we discussed, I have made the structure of heart for you all. Left ventricle's blood goes into the aorta, is not it? And from aorta, there is this descending aorta through which the blood comes to the lower body, and there are some projections from the aorta like this, which carries blood to the upper part of the body. In case of human, we have, in case of mammals, those who have 4-chambered heart, they have 3 aortic arc present. From here, 3 projections will come out. Right carotid artery carries blood to brain, left carotid artery carries blood to neck and upper part of the thorax, subclavian artery carries blood to the arms, is not it? So they have only one projection coming out of the aorta, which will carry the oxygenated blood to all the upper body parts. Okay, so we have 3 projections, they have 1 projection. They have only 1 aortic arc, we have 3 aortic arc present. So that is point number 3, you should know. Point number 4 is that their skin does not has any glands present. Hence I have written birds like cutaneous gland. Cutaneous one is skin gland. So they do not have glands in their skin except for the base of the tail region. So this is the base of their tail. So what happens in case of the base of the tail? They will have a vertebral column which will run from here till the base of the tail. So the last 3-4 vertebrae, okay, of this region, it gets fused to form a plate-like structure which is called as stumpy tail or uropygium. Okay, so the last 3-4 vertebrae of their tail region gets fused to form a single plate-like structure which is called as stumpy tail or uropygium. This is something similar just like our coccygeal bone. So when we are embryo, we have 4 to 5 coccygeal bone which fuses to become coccyx, one bone, similar kind of thing. So ये जो plate यहाँ पे बनेगा, that is called as uropygium, and the gland which is present nearby the uropygium will be called as uropygial gland. So in their entire body, they do not have any kind of gland present except for the skin which is covering or which is over the uropygium. Hence those glands are called as uropygial gland. It is an oil gland, it secretes oil. Exception parrot, exception ostrich. Ostrich and parrot, they do not have uropygial gland present in their body. Now the point is, what is the significance of this uropygial gland? ये जो oil gland है ये क्या करेगा? Oil gland releases some kind of oil which oil gland releases some kind of oil. Nice. अच्छा, तो that oil helps in lubricating the feathers. Okay, so the long feathers that they have, they need to keep it lubricated so that they don't get entangled within them when they take the flight. So hence, in order to prevent the entanglement of the feathers, they keep on polishing their feathers with the help of the oil secreted by the uropygial gland. So lubrication of feathers is one of the example of the oil gland. Okay. Other than that, if I say number 5 will be about their respiration. Okay, so if we talk about their respiration, then in respiration what we will get is that respiration is pulmonary, and they have a air sac present, some kind of that in frog there is buccopharyngeal cavity. Just like that, they have an additional air storing chamber present within their body. So what that additional air sac is going to do, whenever they take flight, they feel some air in that air sac, and whenever they are taking flight, that air sac is going to provide buoyancy, as well as अगर उड़ते उड़ते बहुत ऊपर चला गया तो अंडर दैट सर्कमस्टेंसेस ऊपर जाके ऑक्सीजन नहीं भी मिल सकता है, तो जो नीचे से लेके जाएगा वो सप्लीमेंट करेगा रेस्पिरेशन को. सो दैट इज अनदर थिंग अबाउट एयर सेक, दैट एयर सेक सप्लीमेंट रेस्पिरेशन. ओके, मोनोकोट